Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. Jake LaRavia has been excelling with the Lakers and proving that his signing was a smart move. LaRavia scored 27 points in the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves and once again demonstrated his versatility on defense, finishing the night with a steal and a screen inside the paint. After disappointing against the Portland Trail Blazers, the young player showed why he was brought in during the offseason to replace Dorian Finney-Smith. The Lakers hit the jackpot when they signed Jake LaRavia. Rob Pelinka keeps finding diamonds in the rough where no one else thinks to look. Los Angeles Lakers forward Jake LaRavia is already justifying the hype as one of the biggest steals of the 2025 NBA offseason. Los Angeles signed LaRavia to a fully guaranteed 2-year, $12 million contract, and he's already starting games and making two-way contributions. In the process, LaRavia has continued the incredible trend of Rob Pelinka finding starting caliber talent in the most unlikely of places. LaRavia was a first-round draft pick in 2022, but he's now playing for his third team in 4 seasons. He appeared in just 70 games between his first 2 years in the NBA, was traded to the Sacramento Kings in 2024-25, and didn't even have the club option picked up on the 4th season of his rookie-scale deal. Pelinka was happy to swoop in and sign LaRavia for next to nothing, thus rounding out the Lakers' rotation with a wing whose untapped potential provides optimism on both ends of the floor. LaRavia has been invaluable, starting twice in 5 appearances and emerging as a reliable source of two-way value. He's twice scored in double figures, posted a matching 2 games with at least 5 assists, and is playing the competitive defense the Lakers desperately need along the wings. With a 27-point eruption in his latest outing, LaRavia seems to be the next in a growing line of discarded players scouted and acquired by Pelinka. Rob Pelinka finds unsung heroes when Lakers have no other options. LaRavia went off for 27 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and a steal on 10 of 11 shooting from the field and a 5 of 6 mark from beyond the arc on October 29 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was his best performance as a Laker to date, as he effectively went shot for shot with Timberwolves standout Jaden McDaniels. Adept at creating for others and knocking down open jumpers, LaRavia is the versatile talent the Lakers have been searching for to complement the stars. It's a development that has become somewhat commonplace during the Pelinka era. That process arguably began when the Lakers signed Alex Caruso as an undrafted free agent who played his entire first professional season in the G League. Caruso would go on to help the Lakers win the 2020 NBA championship and has since added a second ring and 2 All-Defense nods to his resume. Los Angeles also signed rising star Austin Reeves as an undrafted free agent. He's now averaging 34.2 points per game in his 5th season with the Lakers, and seems to be well on his way to securing an all-star nod that few, if any, predicted was even remotely possible. Pelinka's tenure has also seen Los Angeles scout and sign the likes of Jay Huff and Scottie Pippen Jr., who have become productive NBA players in their own right. Jake LaRavia is quietly becoming the exact player the Lakers have needed. It'd be quite ambitious to expect LaRavia to go off as a scorer on a regular basis, let alone to become a player on the level of Caruso or Reeves. What he proved in 2024-25, however, was that he had the tools to be a quality two-way player with an adaptable skill set. Across 66 appearances with the Grizzlies and Kings, LaRavia recorded averages of 12.2 points, 6.9 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1.6 three-point field goals made per 36 minutes. Los Angeles wisely bet on LaRavia's potential to translate that quiet breakthrough to something more tangible. They saw him compete with vigor on defense and identified an opportunity to address a need, as losing Dorian Finney-Smith meant proceeding without a point-of-attack defender. Pelinka also identified an opportunity to add another capable playmaker to a rotation that's led by 3-star caliber contributors in Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Reeves, but still needed depth. It's perhaps the most fascinating testament yet to Pelinka's ability to find quality, low-cost talent when there's hardly any cap space available to him. Doncic and James are making top dollar. Reeves is about to secure a massive new deal of his own, and there are 7 Lakers in total making upward of $11 million per season. Even with no logical way out of his current predicament, Pelinka has found the impossible path to bringing in meaningful talent for next to no cost, yet again. Anthony Edwards and Timberwolves fans want to know who Jake LaRavia is. The Los Angeles Lakers picked up arguably their best victory on Wednesday night as they went on the road and beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, 116-115, on a buzzer beater by Austin Reeves. For much of the night it was looking like an easy victory as the Lakers led by as many as 20 points in the third quarter. The Timberwolves stormed back late though and took a 1-point lead in the final seconds, setting the for Reeves theatrics. It wasn't just Reeves that contributed to the win though, as Jake LaRavia had by far his best game in purple and gold. He finished with 27 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and 1 block on 10 of 11 shooting in 37 minutes. When the Lakers built up their big lead in the third quarter, it was LaRavia that was torching Minnesota with 17 points in that frame alone. In fact, LaRavia was playing so well that Timberwolves fans and Anthony Edwards were openly wondering who he was. LaRavia has been in the league for 4 years now though, so he isn't buying that Edwards doesn't know who he is, although he made light on the situation on Instagram. Regardless, if people in Minnesota didn't know who LaRavia was before Wednesday night, they certainly do now after his stellar performance in their building to help the Lakers earn a win. The 23-year-old was brought in to be a connector for the Lakers on both sides of the ball, and he is doing exactly that. Injuries have forced him into a bigger role early in the season, but LaRavia has shown that he is up to the task and should only continue to improve as the season goes on. Austin Reeves got redemption with game winner versus Timberwolves. Los Angeles Lakers guard Austin Reeves has made significant improves in each of his 5 seasons with the team, and that appears to be the case again to start this one. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic out, Reeves has taken over as the Lakers' first option, as has led the shorthanded team to 2 wins in their first 3 games. That included a career-high 51-point performance that he followed up with a 41-point performance. Then on Wednesday night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Reeves led the team with 28 points while tying a career-high 16 assists in a 116-115 victory. The Lakers let go of the rope and allowed the Timberwolves to come back from a 20-point deficit, but Reeves saved the day with a buzzer-beating floater as time expired to secure the win. After the big shot, Reeves explained what he saw and what was going through his mind on that play. "Everybody is looking at me, and in those situations, you have to be calm, be confident and lead your guys through it," Reeves said. "We were up by 10 points or so late, and they went on a run. It's hard to not kind of crumble in those situations. But you got to keep energy high, you got to keep the spirit high." Reeves has hit a lot of clutch shots in his young career, but it's one that he missed in the same building that stuck with him. In Game 4 of the first round of last year's playoffs, Reeves missed a corner 3-pointer as time expired that would have tied the game. The Timberwolves would go on to win the series in 5 games, so Reeves was happy to get his redemption this time around. "That one felt good," Reeves said of his late-game heroics Wednesday. "I mean, for obvious reasons, we won. But last time we were in this building, I had the shot to tie it in the corner in the playoffs, in Game 4, and missed. Let me tell you, that feeling sucks." Reeves going from undrafted to playing at this level is a great story, but that was essentially his plan all along. "I fell in love with the game because my brother loved it. I got to spend a lot of time with him. Both my parents played, too. It was meant to be," Reeves said, sharing how he declared at the ripe age of 7 that he would play in the NBA someday. "It's been a fun week. But there's a lot of basketball to go." Reeves is right that there is a lot of basketball to go, but if he keeps playing at this level when James and Doncic return, then the Lakers will be a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference. LeBron James, Luka Doncic and more reactions to Austin Reeves' game winner. After Austin Reeves' game winner to help the Lakers beat the Timberwolves, a number of people took to social media to give him a shout-out, including LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Jared Vanderbilt, Pau Gasol, Magic Johnson, Alex Caruso, Josh Hart and others. Kevin Garnett thinks Austin Reeves is playing his way out of the Lakers. Austin Reeves might be auditioning for a number 1 spot. Kevin Garnett thinks Los Angeles Lakers guard Austin Reeves could be playing for another team in the near future. Few in the league have had a better start to the season than Austin Reeves, who has been carrying the Los Angeles Lakers without Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Reeves, who is currently eligible for a contract extension, is averaging 34.2 points and 10.0 assists to begin the season. There are speculations, particularly from former NBA players like Kevin Garnett, that if Reeves maintains his performance, he will be affordable enough for the Lakers to retain him. Austin Reeves might be auditioning for a number 1 spot somewhere in his mind. Check the history without Luka and Bron. Let's see, Garnett tweeted after Reeves hit the game winner versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Reeves on the rise. It's only been a week since the NBA season started, and Austin already has a career-high 51-point game, another 41-point game and a game winner where he also tallied 16 assists. He's playing like a superstar and is making himself look good for reportedly turning down a max contract extension offer that the team offered him last summer. Had Reeves signed the extension, he would have earned $89.2 million over the next 4 seasons. Turning this down last June meant that Reeves and his camp believed he deserved more, and that's close to a maximum contract. If Reeves indeed receives a maximum contract or one close to it, the Lakers will be paying him, Doncic, and James relatively the same amount. That's why there were talks over the summer about whether or not the undrafted guard deserves the money that he wants. It reached a point where he was even involved in trade rumors, which he addressed, saying he didn't pay much attention to them. Instead, AR is focused on putting his head down and letting his game do the talking. "I'm still not gonna talk about myself," said Reeves after his performance on Wednesday night. "It's fun and I love to play the game of basketball and I wouldn't be able to do any of it without our coaching staff believing in me, the players believing in me, and just having so much joy playing basketball." Reeves wants to stay on the Lakers. Despite knowing how challenging it could be for the Lakers to keep him financially, Reeves has consistently stated that he wants to stay with the Lakers. He would rather be in a winning situation where he's the team's third option instead of being an all-star on a bad team. Reeves believes he's in the right place in Los Angeles and has grown very fond of the city, its weather, and, of course, the organization that first took a chance on him in 2021. He hopes that they will continue to invest in him, as multiple teams in the summer will open their books for him. The Lakers have a history of letting their players walk for more money, like they did with Alex Caruso not long ago. Now in the same situation as Reeves, it will be interesting to see how they handle the negotiations as their shooting guard continues to prove that he's worth the money he wants. Lakers injury update: JJ Redick hoping LeBron James returns in second or third week in November. The Los Angeles Lakers had to start the 2025-26 season without LeBron James, who is dealing with a sciatica on his right side. James starting experiencing issues during an off-season workout and did not participate in training camp or preseason. Los Angeles has managed to stay afloat without James, though the schedule will get harder in the coming months. Getting James back sooner than later would go a long way in ensuring the Lakers don't slip down the standings. Prior to the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, head coach JJ Redick said he was hopeful James could return in the middle of November, via Kobe Price of the Southern California News Group. "We're probably somewhere right around that timeline to hopefully get him back in the lineup," Redick said. "But obviously, this thing has to continue to progress with all of his return-to-play protocols. We don't have like a target date. It's just somewhere in that general timeline. We hope that he's kind of checked all the boxes and is going to be back sometime in that second or third week in November." James' rehab has reportedly been moving in the right direction and Redick's timeline fits a previous update that a mid-November return was most likely. Los Angeles currently owns a 3-2 record after a thrilling win against Minnesota, but the team could still use James on both ends of the floor. Austin Reeves earns high praise from head coach JJ Redick following strong start. Los Angeles Lakers guard Austin Reeves is experiencing a full breakout to start the 2025-26 season, and head coach JJ Redick is putting all his faith in the former undrafted guard. Through the Lakers' first 4 games, Reeves is averaging 34.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 10.0 assists per game. Reeves had 51 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists against the Sacramento Kings, then followed that up with a 41-point performance against the Portland Trail Blazers, then followed that up with a 28-point, 16-assist performance against the Minnesota Timberwolves that included a game-winning floater as time expired. Reeves' recent stretch of play couldn't come at a better time for the Lakers, who have been dealing with injuries to stars Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Head coach J.J. Redick recently praised Reeves, and spoke about the higher standards he now holds him to. "It's as much Austin's team as it is LeBron's team or Luka's team," Redick said. "I told him he's out of excuses. You're no longer the undrafted guy who's a young player. You're one of the guys now." Reeves has improved each season of his NBA career, and it appears that now he is starting to fully break out, and should be in the mix to make the All-Star team later this season if his superb play continues. Also, the Lakers are going to need Reeves to keep up this pace until they are able to return to full strength.